You can see hanging above my head, the traffic signals are about 3 to 4 feet lower than they normally would be. The reason is these giant pieces of oak tree here. This once was about a 40-foot oak. It stood on the property of the 5th Ivory here at 5th and Juniper. It fell onto the traffic signal lines at about 11 p.m. and the weight of this tree is so enormous. It takes about 4 or 5 guys to roll one of these little sections off. The weight was so enormous, it snapped a utility pole. They put up a new utility pole. They're taking the transformer bank off the old pole and putting it on the new one. Two large dump trucks actually, one carrying sand, the other carrying sewage sludge from a water treatment processing plant. Both of them overturned and the roadway was quite a mess since about 2:30 this morning. In fact, there still is a lingering aroma that is not very appetizing right now. Crews, however, did a fantastic job getting this cleared up. We've been here about 45 minutes and there were 2 trucks overturned. They were able to get both of them upright. Both of them are now on towers and they were able to move them off to the right-hand side of the road. And that means that now 2 left lanes of traffic are now flowing. So as El mentioned, no need for a workaround because we're still pretty early. Highway 316, as we all know, a vital link between Atlanta and Athens. It's been controversial for decades because of the number of signalized intersections here. Dangerous, a lot of crashes. This project designed to improve that by creating flyover bridges. But first, they got to get through that granite. So kaboom! There it is. Now, Georgia Department of Transportation says that blasting is the fastest way to remove this stubborn granite. Yesterday's explosion was the 3rd in a series of 4 controlled blasts here. They're removing traffic signals and intersections to reduce the risk of accidents and hopefully ease some congestion. But we've got some better news. We are giving away gas for 11 lucky viewers. This is Pat. She was the first one in line this morning. Show the happy dance that you did.
Yeah, I was really happy.
Very excited. Careful, you got your knitting needles there. I don't want anyone to get hurt here. We're going to be giving Pat some gas and some other lucky viewers. We've got 5 more to give away. If you come down here, say, hey, 11 Alive, please give me my free gas. And we'll do it for you, up to $55. That's pretty good. Atlanta Fire Department arrived on scene. They were wearing hazmat suits, as well as crews from Atlanta Gaslight. This call came in at 3:45 in the morning. Workers apparently ruptured a 4-inch gas main. They were working on a road widening project. Fortunately, no homes or businesses were threatened and no one had to be evacuated. We were told that the leak was venting straight upwards. Now, we've been giving you alternative routes all morning long. You're only going to need them for the next 10 or 15 minutes, so if El tells you the interstate is looking good, you probably want to hop on Cumberland Parkway down to 75. How did you spend your Sunday afternoon? This is how Henry Turner spent his, squeegeeing water out of his garage. He's a resident of the Penders Ridge subdivision, and Henry got the worst of it for sure. Now, this was the second break. It was the bigger of the 2. It sent water rushing down the street and into Henry's yard and garage. The first break occurred Friday night. It was the same water line about 300 feet away. These pipes are about 50 years old, and that's part of the problem. Crews were on scene all day yesterday into the overnight hours working to fix that line. As we mentioned to you, they were able to restore water to this entire subdivision, and people who have been driving by have been waving, giving me the thumbs up. They're very happy they were able to clean up before work this morning.